I always found it so interesting that the raptors were made to be the most menacing creatures in the whole Jurassic franchise. In the first one, they can open doors. They even get that great catchphrase, "Clever girl." By the third Jurassic Park movie, they've got a complicated language system, and they've even got the great Sam Neill bowing to them. In the Jurassic World movies, we've got the Indominus Rex, and now the Indoraptor, and they're super intelligent and really part raptor again. The point is, I just don't find raptors all that scary. I don't know, maybe it's because I grew up in Toronto. I mean, to me it is a very simple solution. Just bring in LeBron James and the raptors disappear. Wait, is Chris Pratt a Cav? Is that why he can control the raptors the way he does? Let's be honest, he probably could be a Cav because aside from LeBron, nobody knows anybody else on that team. But enough sports, nerds, let's talk dinosaurs. No, not yet. We'll get to the dinosaurs in a second. What I really want to do is address the myriad of concerns I had coming into this movie. You see, I was not the biggest Jurassic World fan 3 years ago, and one of my major concerns was the lack of any real, tangible story, you know, that little thing. I know what you might say. The first Jurassic World was a lot like the first Jurassic Park. The story elements are all really there. The only real difference is one park is up and running and one is not. But it centers on a young couple, one of which is kind of tightly wound. Of course, they have to inherit kids because it's a horror movie, kind of, but you really know the kids are never going to get hurt. Oh, and there's also a stereotypical nerdy character who actually makes funny but weird noises. Like the Goldblum laugh? Why is that man so distracting? No, we'll talk about him later as well. We're focusing on the story, or lack thereof. You see, the big difference between the first Jurassic Park and any of the others in the series is really, the first one had some great thematic subtext. Think about that brilliant scene in the first Jurassic Park where they all sit down to lunch and they discuss things like morality, playing God, theology, responsibility. Think about everything that Jeff Goldblum says in that movie. It has more subtext than any of the other films. Sadly, in Fallen Kingdom, all Goldblum gets is some whimpering, "I told you so" exposition. That doesn't make me want a Goldblum laugh, that makes me want a Goldblum cry. What a waste. And that's basically how I felt about the first Jurassic World, especially when it came to screenwriters Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, writers who had already proven themselves with amazing blockbusters like the first Planet of the Apes, a film with depth. So why not have that in Jurassic World? And the sad thing is, they're not even a part of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So without them, we fall back on screenwriter Derek Connolly, who wrote I don't know if I would say that JW2 is significantly worse when it comes to story, but it certainly is no better than the first Jurassic World, and I came in with very low expectations. And what sticks out to me is how both Jurassic World films are very derivative of their predecessors. Now, I already pointed out how similar the first parts of both generations are between the first Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, but also there's similarities between the second parts, The Lost World and The Fallen Kingdom. Already a similarity between the two titles, the adjective noun. Remember in The Lost World how we have hired guns and hunters who want to take the dinosaurs off the island and then exploit them for devious financial reasons? Yeah, that happens again. But of course, we also need our heroes to save said dinosaurs, specifically save the life of one tiny little 6-foot dinosaur that we're supposed to care about. Plus this time we don't get a cool Pete Postlethwaite as the hunter, we get Ted Levine from Silence of the Lambs. You know why he likes hunting dinosaurs? Because they remind him of a great big fat person? Yeah, very derivative, but also very lazy in a lot of other aspects. There were these super convenient add-ons, they retconned the whole Jurassic mythology, and I really want to talk about one super convenient shift in character specifically. Bryce Dallas Howard's Claire went from super ice cold business bitch to social warrior. She all of a sudden saw the animals as something that needed to be saved rather than an asset to sell a product. But I guess they needed somebody to fill the void of redhead who cares about the dinosaurs. You gotta stick to the formula. Now that's a huge shift in character, and granted she's allowed to evolve, change, or learn a lesson between the two films, but there's nothing to explain it. It's almost super convenient only for the purposes of the second film's plot. Even a simple line like, "When we survived Jurassic World, I learned the value of life." Something like that would have been fine, but there's nothing. So there's this drastic change with very lazy writing. But not so bizarrely lazy as giving Blue, a killer 6-foot bird of prey, a heartfelt backstory. It wasn't enough to give her a moment in the first one where she teams up with the T-Rex to fight the Indominus Rex. We have to make her a central sympathetic character? Yeah, you remember when I said in my JW1 review that it was Chris Pratt and his raptor buddies fighting crime? It was. The crime they were fighting was the aforementioned stolen dinosaurs being sold on the global black market for supposed military purposes, led by Rafe Spall and Toby Jones. Rafe, Toby, what are you doing in this movie? I guess, much like their characters in this film, getting paid for immoral reasons. I have loathed this concept ever since I read they were toying with the idea before the first Jurassic World even came out. Militarizing dinosaurs. It is so B-movie, stupid, sci-fi kind of storytelling. Nobody would do that. And Jones's Mr. Eversole actually entices some of the other characters to buy an Ankylosaurus by saying it is a living tank. You know what's better than a living tank? A tank, because it shoots things and you don't have to ride on top of it. But the most bizarrely convenient and kind of heartbreaking character addition came with that of Benjamin Lockwood, played by the great James Cromwell. Now, Lockwood was co-founder of InGen and actually silent partner with Hammond with this whole Jurassic Park endeavor. So silent, we've never heard of him. This character was the epitome when it came to the issues in this storytelling. Just super convenient. Why retcon the entire Jurassic mythology? So we could have another Hammond-like character so the dinosaurs could escape in a spooky castle? So we could have James Cromwell attempt a subpar English accent? So we can ask, are you for real? This film had so many similarities when it came to the first Jurassic World. Derivative storytelling, lazy writing, characters you don't care about, and spectacle over substance. We really haven't had substance, and I'll say it one more time, since the first Jurassic Park. It is a perfect clone of the first Jurassic World, and once again, that means it's a burn it. Poll question, let's bring some joy back to this review and ask, what is your favorite Jeff Goldblum movie? As always, leave your answers in the comment section below. But until next time, school's out. Hey Real students, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe to Real School, click that round Real School logo right beside me. Also click that damn notification bell so you're aware of all of Real School's new content. You can follow me on Twitter, and of course, if you get anything out of Real School, you can always give a little back. Just click the link in the description below or the button down there, and you can become part of my Patreon team.